So, starting with 10, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, regarded as one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. Ivory Coast is a top destination for investors in West Africa. Available statistics shows that the country is a business portal with rewarding opportunities for investors. According to Statista, Ivory Coast GDP in 2021 stood at $70.99 billion. Information from the African Development Bank shows that the Ivorian GDP could grow by 6.5% in 2022. The report further disclosed that transport, construction, agriculture, and petroleum products are driving the growth. 9. Angola. Angola is rich in oil and gas resources and agricultural lands. Investment risks and opportunities report in Angola suggest that the country is the second largest oil producer in Africa. According to Statista, Angola has a GDP of $66.49 billion. Trading economy has forecast that the country's GDP could cross $100 billion by 2022. Trade, transportation, storage, construction and fishery contributes to Angola's GDP. This sector represents growth opportunity for investors. 8. Ghana. According to a World Meter report, Ghana has a population of over 30 million. Statistics from Nairametrics shows that Ghana economy experienced a 3.9% expansion and 6.6% growth in Q3 of 2021. The report described the growth as Ghana's fastest GDP growth rate since the COVID-19 outbreak. As of year-end 2021, the country's GDP stood at $74.26 billion according to Statista. According to a report by CNBC Africa, Ghana is targeting a 5.8% GDP growth with benefit primarily driven by cocoa bean, crude oil, and mineral production. 7. Ethiopia. Ethiopia is ranked as the second largest African flower exporter and among the biggest producers of coffee worldwide. Ethiopia is rewarding for investors. According to the World Bank, the country has a population of 115 million people. The country's economy recorded a 6.1% growth between financial years 2019 and 2020. The country's GDP stood at $93.97 billion despite the ongoing war in the country. Investors can benefit from retro prediction that the Ethiopian economy will expand in 2022 by 8.7%. 6. Kenya. Kenya has the most advanced economy in Central and East Africa. According to the World Bank forecast, the country's resilient economy could grow at 4.9% in 2022 thanks to sound economic policies, management, and diversified sources. Trading economists project that Kenya's GDP could grow beyond its current level in 2021 to $107 billion in 2022 and $110 billion in 2023. With high demand for goods and services, a robust economy, and a favorable business environment, Kenya is ideal for investment in 2022. 5. Morocco. Available records shows Morocco as the fifth largest economy by GDP on the African continent. According to Statista, Morocco GDP stood at $124 billion as of 2021. Agriculture, investments, government, and the housing sector are the factors determining the growth. There are indications that the country's economic growth will rise to 3.2% in 2022. The country's economy is liberal, driven by the law of demand and supply. 4. Algeria. Algeria renewable energy, tourism and liquidity reserve are foreign direct investment points. The country's economy relies on oil and gas, amounting to 60% of the state budget. Information from Statista show that the Northern African country has a GDP of $151.46 billion as of 2021. With recent laws encouraging foreign investments, the nation offers rewarding business opportunities to investors. 3. South Africa. According to Trading Economics, South Africa is the most developed country in Africa, with services representing 73% of its GDP. Available data shows that South Africa's GDP in 2021 stood at $329.53 billion. The country's GDP benefits from business and government services, real estate, finance, communication, transport, and more. Also, available data by Bloomberg indicate that Africa's most industrialized economy could grow by 2% in 2022 and 2.1% in 2023, with the largest stock exchange on the continent, macroeconomic stability, and rewarding opportunities in social services expenditure. 2. Egypt. According to the World Population Review, Egypt has a population of over 105 million. A report by Reuters indicates that Egypt's economy soared by 9.8% in Q1 of the 2021 to 2022 fiscal year that started in July 2021. Available statistics shows Egypt as one of the wealthiest African countries by total GDP for 2021. Specifically speaking, Egypt has the second highest GDP in Africa at $394 billion according to Statista. Despite the pandemic effect, Egypt's GDP grew in 2021. The country has a mixed economy, profiting from fossil fuel, agriculture, and tourism, ideal for investors. 1. Nigeria. Nigeria had a remarkable year after missing the Rand Merchant Bank list of countries to invest in 2021. The country's gross domestic product stood at $514 billion in 2021, thus emerging as African country with the highest GDP, according to Statista. Nigerian GDP rose by 4.03% in Q3 of 2021, according to the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). The number represents the fourth consecutive growth quarter, but slower growth compared to the 5.01% recorded in Q2 of 2021. According to Trading Economics, Communication, Information and Services represent 10% of the total output. Agriculture, natural gas and crude petroleum account for 11%, while construction, industry and main export account for 16% of GDP. Now that you know the top African countries to invest in 2022, consider doing your research before investing. Consider knowing the business environment and political factors before investing your money. And also, it's essential to consider other factors such as corporate tax, exchange rates, inflation, and financial crisis. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more exciting videos. Have a nice day. Bye.